Hello, so let's apply the Pythagorean theorem today to some problems. Let's take a look at this first question. Two joggers run 8 miles north and then 5 miles west. What is the shortest distance to the nearest tenth of a mile they must travel to return to their starting point? Well, one of the first things we have to remember is our directions. So that'll help us with drawing these diagrams. We're told that they run 8 miles north. So I'm going to draw that. That's going to be 8 miles north, and then 5 miles west. That's going to be 5 miles this way. So I'm going to label this first of all. So they're running 8 miles north, and then 5 miles west. Notice how I'm rereading the question just to be sure. 8, 5. This would make a right angle, so that's going to be very helpful. What's the shortest distance to the nearest tenth of a mile they must travel to return? Well, their starting point's down here. So the shortest distance wouldn't be the one they've come. It would be this right here. What we've done is form a right angle triangle. So that's going to be really helpful, of course, because now we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to first of all state the Pythagorean theorem. And I know that I'm looking for the hypotenuse, so I'll call that C. We know it doesn't matter really what we call these sides. So, but it does help in organizing. So then we've got 5 squared plus 8 squared is equal to C squared. 25 plus 64 is equal to C squared. 89 is equal to C squared. So C is therefore going to be the square root of 89. Using a calculator, the square root of 89 is approximately 9.43, but we're asked to round it to the nearest tenth of a mile, so it's 9.4 miles. Should always check to make sure that if you're looking for the hypotenuse, that it is the longest size. 9.4 is longer than 5 and 8, so that works. Lovely, next question. How far from the base of the house do you need to place a 15-foot ladder so that it reaches the top of a 12-foot wall? Well, I've got my house, and I know that I've got a 12-foot wall, so I'm going to say that this is 12 feet, and that my ladder is 15 feet. Got to be matching the floor there. So I'm looking for, so this is 12 feet, this is 15 feet, and this is going to be a right angle. Okay, that's going to have to do. I'm going to write in my right angle so I can show. So I've actually got the hypotenuse here. So I know that that is C, and these are A and B. It doesn't matter which way around we call them, of course. And then I'm going to work through this. I'm going to state the Pythagorean theorem. So I've got 12 squared plus B, I don't know, equals 15 squared. Just filling it in just like we did last week. If I subtract 144, I'm going to get B squared is equal to 81. Oh, I like 81 because B is therefore the square root of 81, which is 9. So my missing distance from the wall is 9. So one of the trickiest things here is drawing the diagram. It is hard. It's something you'll need to practice. So maybe pause, rewatch this video as needed, take a look through some of the other problems. It's definitely the translate into a diagram that's pretty tricky here. So I suggest reading the question, trying to draw it, and rereading to make sure that it makes sense. Thank you for listening.